Austin's interim police chief will have been on the job for a full year tomorrow.
Brian Manley, who rose through the ranks of APD, took over last December 1st after Police Chief Art Acevedo left for Houston. And with no move underway yet to appoint a permanent chief, it's unclear how long Manley's temporary status will remain. Tony
Plohetsky sat down with him for the chief's own assessment of how these 12 months have gone.
We talked to Chief Manley about a variety of issues he has faced in his first year as interim chief, his own leadership style, and perhaps most importantly, whether or not he still wants the job permanently. Chief Manley has been an Austin officer for 28 years. When he took over the department, he immediately faced challenges that included closing the department's DNA lab after a critical state audit and a backlog of thousands of untested sexual assault kits. Chief Manley says he is proud of how the department has addressed those issues, including its effort to get the remaining kits tested by September. He also says he is pleased with how the department responded after its fleet of Ford Explorers began leaking carbon monoxide earlier this year, requiring the cars to be taken off the street.
That was a challenge that you don't expect coming into this job, is having to operate without one of the essential tools, your patrol car.
Manley, who served as Acevedo's chief of staff, said he feels as though the community has embraced him, even though he says he followed a chief many in the community considered popular.
What I have done is I have taken a lot of those great qualities that I learned from Chief Acevedo, and I have implemented them in my own way. I absolutely share his value and his commitment to this community, the importance of engagement. You know, I may not be the one riding on the float singing in the microphone, but I'm walking next to the float and I'm shaking hands.
We also asked Chief Manley about whether his year as interim chief has curtailed his interest in having the job permanently. He says he absolutely still wants to be the chief.
And I said when I took over that I would be honored and I would love to serve as the chief of this department, and that has not changed.
City leaders say they want to appoint a new city manager before naming a new police chief. They are in the process of filling that job and hope to name a new manager in the next several weeks. At APD headquarters, Tony Plohetsky, KVUE News.